This is one of those offensive performances that I'll never forget. What a game.
Hello, Megan. Good to see ya. I am doing wonderful. Thanks for asking. It's so good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you all here. I am not muted.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Mason Rudolph and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the LA Chargers.
Alright. So how you doing, Megan? Good seeing you. Hope you're doing well. I'm playing your favorite game.
We are just about ready.
Hello,
Cameron
Adam.
Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi.
Yes, in a way.
We will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a third-round pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State.
I'll have to think about it, Megan.
And when Mason Rudolph is on the field, sometimes the scouting reports have to be revised a little bit because often
That will be a fun game to play.
get a rhythm. For Mason Rudolph, he loves the deep fade and he loves the deep post pattern. Anything over the top, those are his favorite shots downfield, and that's what gets him comfortable.
They'll start the drive with Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Yeah, maybe like Train Simulator or something like that. I used to play that game.
Rudolph looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And down right around the 32-yard line.
Yeah,
40 yards on the pickup.
I'll look into it.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
So I hope you all had a great weekend, a great day.
Back to throw, Rudolph.
Another day tomorrow, another Monday. June. Happy June 1st.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it
Wow,
moves the
I'm
chains
glad.
as well.
I missed you last night.
They kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer,
I know I
shorter throw
kind of streamed kind of later last night, but yeah.
Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and
But thank
10.
you for lurking, Megan. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Oh, he shifts past him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming
Maybe I'll
back
get a
to
haircut
it
this week
throughout the
sometime.
game until they stop it.
I know, kind of random, but I'm overdue.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Rudolph. Pickens on the slant. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Run, Forrest, run.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Rudolph. A short one there to Freiermuth. So 8 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And here's Freiermuth again. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 21. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Rudolph. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Here's Rudolph. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Harris will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold
So what's
the ball.
new? Anything?
We've seen the last of him on this drive.
Anything special?
From the 2 now. 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Rudolph looking to throw it.
There we go.
And he's going to be dropped.
Nice.
15-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap. And the second
I'm here.
Opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him.
Don't know who else is going to be here, but, you know,
he's liable to burn you.
It's fine. It's a Monday night. Or Sunday night, actually.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They started on the ground with Eckler, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming.
I'll probably play some Fortnite
Maybe
after this game.
It looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Maybe.
Like I
don't really know.
Defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
I don't want to be up all night streaming tonight.
Herbert now. Going deep here for Allen.
Oh.
His first throw of the game.
Come on, dude.
Intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A handoff for Warren. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Rudolph now to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. Boswell's kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kicks are away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's Eckler again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Down right around the 25. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 9. Eckler now between the tackles. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Touchdown! Josh Palmer, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a
all right, there we go.
pass to Josh Palmer.
6-7.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
Hey, no Tatum, good to see you. Megan, you're still here. Good to see you all here. Hello, Nightbot. Hello, Streamlabs.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos.
How is everyone doing tonight? Anything?
In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're
nice.
on the
Very nice.
right now. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Rudolph's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Austin Johnson gets the sack defensively. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
fourth down. Here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
The offense for Los Angeles
see here, it's a new week, a new me. So it's gonna be a long week, another long week. But I'm really looking forward to next weekend.
They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind.
The whole month of June, I'm looking forward to. Honestly, June is gonna be a great month for me.
And assert its will over the other.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And they'll be inside the 35.
Can't believe we're like halfway through the year already. Like this month is like flying by.
Down.
Adam game.
Herbert. That's taken in by Palmer.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Palmer going in motion right. On second down, Eckler works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Herbert off of play action.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, 29 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is up to 8. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And there will not be a return here.
I'm just kind of quiet tonight, guys. Sorry. That's good to see you. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share it out, and subscribe. It would really help out a lot.
Much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man, it's Warren. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw here. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll look to throw.
That is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Herbert.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Herbert gets this into the hands of Allen.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Up the middle with Eckler. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Rudolph on play action. And this is incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
on 1st and 10, Rudolph. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down at a yard. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. He's got this to Pickens. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Play action. It's Rudolph. Finding Pickens for another catch. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuffed behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he bangs it through and makes it a 17-13 ball game.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
He'll hand off here to Eckler. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
2nd and 7.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Stiff-armed him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 30 yards. It's a great throw right there, and really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Eckler fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out through an opening, and there he goes. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Alright, Megan, thank you so much for lurking on and off. I do appreciate you so much.
At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, catch that ball. Come on now.
Too tough to hold on to that one.
Get that ball back.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
2nd and 10.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. A short one there to Fryermuth. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Chargers. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
On the give, it's Warren. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Back to throw, Rudolph. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Rudolph looking to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Down to the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Extra point try now from Dicker. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6. So we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Rudolph throw into the hands of Pickens. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Rudolph. It's brought in by Harris.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and 8. Here's Rudolph. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. Again, it's Rudolph. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warren. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Two yards to go, second down. Back to the air, Rudolph. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Rudolph. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rudolph going to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Rudolph now to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report. The Chargers were led in the first half by their star quarterback, Justin Herbert. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now 3rd down and 7. Herbert now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Got an open man, it's Washington. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, Boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 2nd down and 6 now. Rudolph looking to throw it. And he's got it. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have come back to make it a 2-point game.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really
we gotta do better.
Everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on tonight. But thank you all for being here. Hope you're all doing well. If you watch this on the replay, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and please comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. I know you guys don't like watching football, but I'm just going to go ahead and play it. And be done for a while. We are at week 10 on Sunday night. Just trying to catch up from last year.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because
I don't know if I'm going to play 2026 season of this game or not. I know you guys are getting burnt out, but I'm having fun, and I'm going to continue playing the game for a while at least. Win, lose, or draw.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed.
He's open to catch that ball. Good. No. No.
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Well, the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Running on first down, Eckler. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. first down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Herbert off of play action. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with.
Yeah, I try to
be really aggressive.
let it slide. I usually let my moderators do all the work. But yes, it is a good verse.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Rudolph.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Rudolph. Over the middle, complete. It's Warren. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a first down carry for Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a 2nd and 2. Rudolph. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Harris running straight ahead. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They hand this off to Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Boswell for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That time a 9-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Darius Davis on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Dominated, boys, dominated.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chargers ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 86 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Draw play. It's Eckler. Shoves him away. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They give it off here to the tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but
and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Rudolph on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here.
We all know, Chad, that I'm number 1. Number one. Oh wait, no, it's Hercules. Yeah, if you know that movie.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Right there. Boom. Catch it. There we go.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play changes the
Sugar
complexion
pie,
of things. Here's
honey
1st
bunch.
and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Herbert.
Yeah, no.
He
Catch
lets
it.
this one fly toward the back of the end
Okay,
zone.
fine.
And it's knocked
I know.
away and incomplete.
I know, Jack. Quit singing. I know. I
So
hear
after
ya.
the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
Oh,
And
no.
he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. T.J. Watt bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it looking to pass.
Boom.
He'll
Catch it
rifle
right
this one
there.
deep right side.
Nope.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't
Okay.
scared to let it
All right,
fly,
fine.
but it
Be that
falls to
way.
the ground and brings
Be
up
that way,
4th
chat.
down.
That was for the lead right
No.
there. They know they're in a position where
Why'd I do that?
favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
I'm all sorts of numbers.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers.
I'm just going to put the ball. I'm putting the ball for now one. Can't catch the ball. Gosh.
And that makes him now 0 for 3 on fourth down attempts.
Yeah, 0 3. Yep.
A lot of guts going for it this many times on fourth down.
The quarterback for the Eagles were number 1.
Their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game. Even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Khalil Mack dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, well, well. Say her name and she appears. Hello, Amulicious. How you doing tonight?
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. Wide receiver Keenan Allen bringing out the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
You're good. Just trying to make it to everyone's streams. I will be bad. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate Amy.
But it's usually not by himself, is it?
I know there's probably a lot of people live tonight.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 125 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
it's Eckler again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
You know, for you wrestling fans out there, if you say his name and he appears,
Eckler now between the tackles. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know
any Joe Henry fans out there,
as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan.
I have not watched wrestling in eons.
Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Nice, no.
They're getting it done.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
Boy, I don't know. I don't know. Risky.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and
people
how it's
are
entered
lurking
into the game, and there's a good percentage that says go for it. You will actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 34. Harris will start the drive out. Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. They run again with Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Honestly, I don't know what's going on personally.
Back to throw.
Rudolph. I don't know what's going on.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. Here's Freiermuth again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the give, this is Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
A handoff for Warren.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Really, mate? Really, Amy? Oh, it's on. It's on, Amy. I see how you are.
This won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well done to sniff
You let Rena know you may be able to help with dream runs. Okay.
Description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys.
How is Rena?
And he couldn't even get going.
Is she taking some time off?
I'm
thinking she posted something on her story and on YouTube.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown.
Well.
Pat Freiermuth from 10 yards out.
You know I can't. You know I can't say dog. It's not like Donkey Kong. That's kind of like you were saying. So I'm just. I don't know.
This a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point now by Boswell.
No, I can never do that.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
I mean, I can borrow your commands, but I can never.
9 plays in all, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Okay. Sharing is caring, right? I still need to learn the snag command.
To kick it away after the touchdown.
I'm gonna have to talk to I'm gonna have to talk to him about that again.
Inside the 20. And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw.
How do you see you all?
Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Yeah, I talked to N.O.R.A about that, and yeah, I suggested that to him about it, and I know he got it in his bot. I just needed to know the formula for that, like snack. N.O.R.A and Friends gives Amy Litch a bag of pretzels or something.
Try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone.
If you got it, that would be much appreciated.
That will be the key to this drive.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Herbert. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed.
Yes, I got the drink command. Pretty much everything you have on Stream Elements is the same.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert.
Nice catch. Nice catch.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there.
Wow.
2 scores down. They're not out of this.
Sorry, chat.
This is 1st and 10.
Come on. Let's do it.
Herbert.
Catch it.
To
no.
The end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now,
deep breath. Come on, you got this.
Ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Personnel. Nope. Play type. Pass. Run.
80 seconds remain. 2nd and 10.
Oh, that was my fault. Yeah, I know.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to
That's
walk
my
back
fault.
as that one is accepted.
I wasn't paying attention.
Here comes 2nd down. Up the middle with Eckler. And
well, you know what?
There. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Fine. Well, at least we're in field goal range. It don't matter. We're in field goal range. You know. I feel more confident now than I was like 2 hours ago.
Throwing Herbert. And that is incomplete.
I mean, it don't matter. I mean,
that means it's just one last chance.
It don't matter.
This has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Don't matter.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Now we just need a miracle. A pick six. That's all we need. Just give me a pick six. Come on.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
At least a fumble recovery. But it's not going to look good, unfortunately.
And he'll conserve whatever time
it's the Midnight Express.
To bring it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something you see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Well, yeah. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. We'll do this again tomorrow night, same time, same place. Win, lose, or draw, we'll do it again. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Amy Licious, Adam, Megan, No Tudum, I don't know, and everyone else lurking, being here, watching the replay. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. You guys are all truly appreciated. From the bottom of my heart, I'm glad you guys are here. You all have a great week. Welcome, June. Your loyalty points will be reset after the stream, and we'll do this again tomorrow night, same time, same place. On that note, you have a good night. Much love to you all. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, drink your soap, and so much more. This world is a crazy place we live in. Let's show some love, let's show some respect, let's show some kindness. Why not? So, alright, take care. We'll do this again tomorrow. Night out. Good night, everyone. Hey, and now my good seeing ya right at the end. I'll see you tomorrow night.